official, I'm going back to Circuit of the Americas this October. If you're wondering whether to get tickets for general admission for CODA, the short answer is absolutely you should. But if you still need a little bit more convincing, here are some of my favorite things and tips from when I went to CODA in 2025. Starting off with what's arguably the most important, the views. We're worried about not being able to sit in the grandstands and get that picture perfect view up the track. Don't worry, I got you covered. Keep in mind, I did not try all of the possibilities that are out there. I know that there are probably some more turns that I just hadn't seen yet, but from my experience, this is where I ended up getting the best view of the track. Turn 18, this is right near the main stage. This is on the other side of the driver paddocks. It provides a wonderful, just straightaway view. This is definitely a spot that fills up a little more quickly, so better to get there early before events. This was found completely on accident, but my friend and I were walking between the main plaza and Lone Star Ranch, and the view that we got on the sidewalk of the walkway between turns 4 and 5 was wonderful. Now granted, you'd have to stand and you probably can't be there for very long because it'd get uncomfortable, but it was really nice for a quick, good view. I'll say turn 1 hill. However, if you don't arrive at 6 in the morning on race day, you probably are not going to get a very good seat. That was just a commitment that I could not make at that time, so we steered away from it. But if you can get a spot, it won't do you wrong. My friend and I actually watched the race sitting between turns 7 and 8, and this was lovely. And the reason that we were actually up there is because we decided to get tickets for the Haven, which is a hospitality tent, for actual race day. Now listen, if you were gonna get the next thing up from general admission, I would recommend getting tickets for the Haven for a day. Since CODA is in Austin, Texas, even in the off season in October, it was still in the high 90s with dust and dirt flying everywhere. So if you were to go the next level up, I would recommend going to the Haven. It's just a big hospitality tent. It has air conditioning, it has drinks, food, everything. We were in there for the beginning, and then once the race actually started, we went out and sat on the hill, and it had lovely views. However, even without the Haven, there are places where you're able to kind of escape the heat and the sun for a little bit and sit in the shade. Lone Star Ranch was probably a go-to for us the entire weekend. It's just where you can sit under the tent, grab a drink from the bar, and you're able to watch the race. It's all projected there for you. As far as food goes, I'm gonna be honest guys, it's expensive. If you can limit yourself to eating most meals before and after you get to the race grounds, I would recommend it. However, there are still some good options. Randomly, my highlight of the entire weekend was the Corn Dog Company. I went to the one right behind the main stage and it hit. It's Austin. There are tons of barbecue stands. One of the biggest mistakes I made was not bringing a reusable water bottle. Definitely do that.